Ladies and gentlemen, boys and the girls, welcome to a little bit of an unplanned late night stream. I don't know if we're really going to get anyone watching this tonight, but we have some photos of the J&D Studios / Kojin Joker, and I wanted to give some thoughts on them live. I think they're interesting. I don't know that I really love what I'm seeing, especially for the estimated price point that this likely will be coming in at, which is quite expensive. But yeah, we'll talk about this for a little bit. Don't know how long I'll be on, but if you are a fellow streamer and you want to join in, comment below. So here are the photos. Let's see here. We'll go to the J&D Studios page, and let's see, is this the one that I'm on? Is this it? There we go. So they have this split into three different packages. So I think this is probably the lower tier package. You get the Joker, you get the purple coat, you get two hands that are from the forearm up, and you get 4 gloves and 2 on the figure. So 6 gloves. You get his knife, the Glock, the bomb with the key, handcuffs, which look die-cast. You get the grenade vest attachment, which I do like. This tool here, I believe, is the tool that you'll use to articulate the eyes, which I do actually like that they are magnetic. Apparently they're getting a patent pending for that, which I think is pretty cool. You get a very small stack of cash, and then you get 6 Joker cards and a machine gun. And for the next set, which I believe is this set here, you get, what's up, Pablo? You get a chair. Actually, I believe this is the second set. It's a bit confusing how they're doing this, but let's talk about this set here. So you get 2 bases, you get 2 full figures, one of which has the second purple coat and the gray coat. You get a chair, you get the same hand set, the same accessories. The base, it does now have a wooden floor substrate. What's up, Riley? Riley, if you want to join in, bud, send me a message on Facebook and I'll send you the link. And you get 2 dogs. And I think that might actually be the top tier one, because this is the second one here, but it's basically everything minus the extra base. In this case, you can swap out the base topper there, and you get a second like portrait slash upper bust. And some of the price points that we're seeing on this are quite expensive. See if I can pull those up here in a second, but I feel like these packages just seem kind of boring. I think there definitely is some stuff missing. I think the offerings here, I don't know, like the chair is a nice touch, but I feel like a chair without the interrogation table is kind of pointless. I don't know that there's really anyone that would pose it, you know, just sitting. So I feel like that's kind of a weird inclusion. I think the dogs are weird too. I had to go back and double check. Let me see if I have that photo here. But in the movie, from the screenshots that I've seen, he actually has 3 dogs. So I guess I don't really understand just doing 2 dogs. Like, if you're going to give him dogs at all, why not give him the actual number of dogs that he had? Which is kind of odd. And it's probably very nitpicky. I don't think we need dogs, period, because it's very, very scene specific. Like, if you're getting that scene specific, there's so much like other shit that I think you could throw in. I think you could throw in the pencil. I think you could throw in the little knife that comes out of his boot. I think you could throw in the pool stick when he cracks it in half and throws it on the floor. And I think all those accessories are much cheaper than dogs. And again, they're not even giving you like the correct number of dogs. So I mean, they look well sculpted, and it sucks because all of this is kind of hard to see. Like, you don't. I think Marco. I think one of the best things that anyone has said this year on CW is you have to control the messaging, right? You have to, when you're showing us this stuff, because you have this competition, it really matters how you present this stuff, and I feel like it's just not really. It's not really great, right? Like, these are the first times we're seeing these figures with very little that we can actually see. And I just think that the packaging themselves is kind of boring. Looking at, so one thing that I did look at, because I'm not like the biggest fan of this film, and I know that's kind of like not a very popular opinion. It's a good film, don't get me wrong, but I had to double check because I know he uses a lot of firearms in the film. And again, if we're comparing this against the Hot Toys, which, let's pull that up real quick, the Artisan Joker. If we're gonna compare this to the InArt to the Hot Toys, so the Hot Toys is $5.15, and you get, I'm actually very impressed with the weapon selection on the Hot Toys. You get the shotgun, you get the machine gun, you get a bunch of grenades. You get like all these little, I wish I could zoom in on this photo. Let me see if there is a solo photo. Obviously, I'm not very prepared for this. Let's see here. Ba-ba-da-bum. And there are some things I like about the J&D one, so I don't want to be like overtly negative, but you do have, here, let's zoom in like this. There we go. Perfect. So you do get the boot knife. You do get a bunch of other knives, because remember, when he was taken into prison, he did have a bunch of different knives on him. And you get the pencil. You get the short shotgun. We'll talk about that in a second. The Glock. I believe InArts is officially licensed too, which I think is kind of funny. And I guess it's kind of funny with the Hot Toys. I could have sworn they were $100 bills in that big stack, but these are ones. I have to go and double check that, but that's kind of silly if the Hot Toys is using ones. And then for the InArt, let's see what we got here. We have, and I think what J&D, one of the things I do like is I think this is a mess on the InArt. The way they did this vest thing, every time I see it, I feel like people don't really like the way that they have it. But let's see here. For the InArt, he does come with the machine gun. He does come with the Glock and the knife. And, you know, not a ton of money. But these grenades, the way they have these grenades where you just kind of string them in, I don't like that. I like the way that J&D has it set up where it's a, you know, it's kind of like a piece that you put in. I think it's going to be less likely to, kind of like the Hot Toys as well, where it's going to kind of twist in on itself. I've seen a number of people that had really disliked that. Again, I don't own it, but at least from what I've seen, it's kind of a pain in the butt. But looking at some of the weapons in the film, so we have the Glock 17, which all three come with, so there's no problems there. We have the, again, if we're getting scene specific, right, if we're throwing dogs in, I don't feel like the dogs were really that important to the film. There's the Smith & Wesson Model 64 revolver. That's what he hands to Harvey Dent. You get the Remington 870, which he uses to crash the party for Dent's fundraiser. All three do have the Smith & Wesson M76, which is great to see. And this would actually be kind of a fun one because it's kind of a memorable scene for me, but the Norenko Type 69 RPG. What's that made, Eddie? I think it's pretty funny. This scene to me was really funny in the film. So again, you know, you're giving us like two of, let's see, what's this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 of 5 firearms that he used in the film. You're not giving us the knife, which he did use in the film. You're not giving us the pencil, which is like one of the most iconic scenes of the film, and you're not like, I don't understand why you're just giving us a chair. Like, and I know that there are, like, on Amazon you can buy 1/6 scale steel tables, where just the table by itself for like $15. So I think people that get this, that would be a good purchase. Yeah, I think so. But I just, like, if you're throwing in a table or a chair, like, throw in a table. I think a lot of people would rather have the table than the dogs, personally. One thing in their prototype reveal video, they did mention that the highest tier set is the only one that comes with the articulated fingers, which I think it's a weird thing to paywall, especially at this price point, and especially that, you know, that is one thing that does differentiate your figure from some of your competition. I don't know. Let's pull up that video. If someone can help me with the prices, I'm trying to find them right now. I should have been a little bit more prepared for this, but if someone, I remember Bretta had seen sort of some speculated prices. If anyone has those offhand, that would actually be really helpful. But let me pull up this. This video here. So this was 5 days ago. So let's see here. So 5 days ago, we have, you know, again, the teaser, right? Let me see. 14 Wellington, 0 FOMO for me for these J&D pieces, to be honest. And he says firearms knowledge being thrown in the chat. Yeah, thanks, bud. So again, silicone skin, which I don't personally think is gonna last that long, but I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see. And I do like this though. The invisible joint, I think that's pretty neat, you know, for what it is. And here's those hams that I talked about. So the C-type is the most expensive version. Yeah, thank you. That's exactly what I was thinking. So $800 for the base set, 12 and 17. So we'll look at those photos again with those numbers in mind. I appreciate that. 1/6 D's nuts. Look at that. And I mean, it's cool. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, like, is it that cool?
It's really not that cool.
It's not for that price. One thing also Tukatri mentioned, what's up, Ben? Like, it seems like these eyes would come out quite easily if it doesn't seem like there's anything really holding them in but the tension of the silicone. Like, I almost wonder if you could pull them out with a magnet. Like, if you pushed it hard enough, or if it's just barely enough to move it. I don't know.
I wonder if it fell over like an in-art Joker with the eyes pop out. Would you lose them in your carpet? You know, can you imagine?
Probably.
Can I get a replacement eyeball, please?
So Riley is asking the important question: do you think people will sell off their in-art to get this? I think you would be crazy to do it. I think at the end of the day, if anyone's gonna make a better figure, I don't think it's Hot Toys. Like, just full stop. I think J&D could do it. But again, if you're talking, this is the $800 set potentially, which is incredibly bare bones for $800. This, I believe, would be the $1,200 set, which doesn't. I'm not really seeing value like that. And then this would be the 17, I think. And again, this is the only set with those articulated fingers, which I guess so. Great.
So all of them have that seamless forearm. But clearly one of these figures also has the posable fingers. So all you're really getting for an extra $500 is a figure body and the fingers.
Yeah.
But like, that's a huge jump for the ability to just display them both at the same time. I mean, at least the in-art one comes with the jail cell diorama. At least it's that much different of a display if you want to have two Jokers. This would be virtually the same figure standing beside each other, just with a slightly different expression.
Correct.
So
and
yeah, what's the other expression?
It seems to be like more like a smiling face, but it seems odd because Ben, you're exactly right, right? Like you got the whole diorama, right? You got I believe it's like a bench. There's the flooring and then the bars, and with this, it's like you get, I guess, the floor. That's probably not the jail floor. I don't think it was wood floors. And then you get a chair, and it's like
some dogs.
Well, no, I'm saying like for that like scene that they're trying to make, and then you jump like all the way to the end of the film with like 2 of the 3 dogs. You don't even get the 3 dogs, you get 2 dogs. Mm-hmm. It makes no sense to me.
Yeah, what fucking dogs are these? I don't remember.
So
dogs.
the
at the end of the movie, they're
one of the monsters.
Yeah, sorry.
The guy that's he's like, my dogs are hungry. That guy, he burns that guy's money and kills him, and then I guess he steals the dogs. There's 3 dogs though. It's not 2, so I don't know why the fuck they don't give you 3.
To answer Riley's question quick though, Zach.
Back to that. I don't think so.
I think maybe. So bit of a hot take, but like this is a terrible angle of this figure right now. 100%. We can't really see how much better the likeness is or is not. I think if the likeness is still significantly better, which I think that there could be a possibility for that. I haven't been 100% happy with my in-art likeness. I think it's really good. Don't get me wrong. I think I would be happy with it forever if I never got another better one in my collection. But there are a lot of collectors, even myself, who are having a hard time justifying that jail cell diorama, having 2 Jokers on display at the same time. I paid $11.99 for my Rooted in-art Joker 2-pack, right? Mm-hmm. But if I really only need to display 1 Joker, if the likeness is superior, if I could at least get my money back for the in-art to get the 2 head sculpts at the $1,200 price point for this one, if the likeness is that much better, I think there are some people that would sell the in-art for this version.
So is it a hit on that?
Is it $600 better though? Like the likeness?
I would say for the $1,200 one, I wouldn't pay the I wouldn't pay the $1,700. I don't think that makes sense.
The when you said that you paid $1,100 for yours, is that US dollar price?
US dollars, yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And when everyone's some places still have this in stock. 2, or the NR one.
Yeah.
2, if enough people are trying to sell theirs to get this, you're not getting your money back.
You're right.
It'll be a buyer's market.
It's a buyer's market. 100%.
Yeah, you're fucking.
So let me add this wrinkle though, Ben. Now we don't know. There are claims of the longevity of the medical grade silicone, right? But in 10 years, right? Do you think that your medical grade silicone figure is going to look better or worse? Do you think that's going to hold up over time?
I don't even know. I think obviously plastic and paint is going to be holding up longer. I think either
for sure, 100%.
Just a hand oil resistance just itself, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Now I don't know. I don't believe these are licensed for the United States. We'll have to wait and see once they officially go up for pre-order. But I don't know. I'm kind of not impressed with this. Like $800. Like this does not feel to me like $800 personally.
I feel
it's very bare.
It knocks the excitement wind out of my sails a little bit, just because when I think some of the innovations are really cool. A lot of what we've seen in the innovations are kind of hidden by accessory. It's hidden by the the materials of the outfits, like the seamless forearms and stuff. Like while you know that it's there, when you look at your 6-scale figure from across the room, it's not going to be all that obvious that those wrists and fingers are all that posable anyways. And like for the skull underneath that gives you that technology to be able to move the neck around, again, while that's really amazing, there's no way in hell I would let anybody in my collection come up and go and mess around with the articulation of my Joker's neck. Yeah. So like once you get it in a pose, it's probably going to be pretty static anyways. The only difference I think for me would be you might want to be like, feel how real this feels if you trusted somebody enough to touch it. But even then, with hand oils, I don't know if I'd want to touch it that much. So I don't know if it's worth the extra money or the risk that there's not getting that longevity.
And we talked about this earlier on Let's Get Nuts. There's so many layers that this character wears. You're not seeing any of the benefits of paying the $800. You're not seeing the seamless neck or the wrists and fingers. Yeah. Like, even if he had wrist pegs, you're not seeing the wrist pegs because the sleeve is so long. So it's like, what am I?
One of the
There's no incentive for this to be purchased over the in art.
Yeah. One of the accessories that none of them come with, that I know it's not accurate. I think the costume is slightly different, but I'm surprised that none of these just come with like the Joker bank robber mask, right? It's like a simple piece of plastic, a little bit of, shitty herring, a little bit of weathering. Like, I'm shocked that, like, I know he's wearing a different outfit in that opening scene, but I'm shocked that none of them have that, right? Because that is such an iconic scene, and like, honestly, it, like, they could have made that second body the bank robber, right? Like,
I would have
to
liked
me,
to
that
see...
would have been a much better, or the nurse, right? That would have been a much better
Sure.
use, I think.
Or the bazooka, even it's just an accessory. Like, that's something that we
so
haven't got to see. Like...
So I don't know if y'all were, because y'all kind of came at the same time.
Sorry, I came in a little late. Yeah.
No, you're fine. So one of the things I was talking about, so there are a lot of guns that he uses in the film. So all of the ones that we've seen come with the Glock and the Smith & Wesson M76. Now, none of them come with the revolver that he gives to Harvey Dent. Like, if we're getting scene specific, right? Only the Hot Toys comes with the Remington 870, which he gets during the bank robber scene, and he uses it to crash the party. And none of them come with the bazooka. That was like the coolest gun in the whole movie. Fucking pulls that shit out and blows the what is it, the little prisoner transport thing? None of them come with that.
Yeah.
What the hell?
To me,
there's
it was
the pool stick. There's the pencil that's missing. The boot knife that's missing.
Yeah, but you
There's
get
so
two
much...
dogs.
My dogs are hung. I'm just kidding. I just don't know why. Why
dogs
we
is
need...
such a fucking stupid inclusion.
Here, look at this.
It's even dumber now that you said there's supposed to be 3 dogs.
How goes my... Wow, that was pretty good. I did pretty good on that.
That was pretty surprising.
Me too. I was going off of memory too.
Are you sure there's 3 dogs?
Yeah, I had to Google it because I was like, let me make
2,
sure.
But
No, at the inn. Remember when he's holed up in the facility at the end or whatever he is?
There is 3 dogs.
Unless he just had a third Rottweiler. He's like, fuck
Yeah,
it, we're joining the pack, baby.
It's like this figure and character has been fucking. It's like beating a dead horse. It's like another fucking Joker. Okay, what can we put in this box? Some dogs. He's got dogs, doesn't he? It's
Are they
so
hungry?
stupid, dude. Yeah.
What else
dogs.
can we put in this box? Even the DX11 came with the pencil, you know?
That needs to be a clip.
I don't know.
It's just.
It's exhausting. I'm so like y'all know. I know Ben. I know you like this character, but me and Dean
one of my
are the
favorites.
biggest fans. I'm so fucking tired of talking about this character. Now, I will say, again, I mentioned this at the beginning of the stream, but I think what Marco said, which I think is one of the most important things that has been said on CW this year, is that you have to control the messaging, and I think showing us these photos like this is a terrible way to introduce us to this product.
It's such a strange
Terrible.
choice. Like, because again, why not show us the face better then? If the likeness was shockingly better than anything we've seen so far, the accessories would be like, oh, cool, there's dogs too, and all of the things. But because all we're seeing is this top-down view, from what we can see, it doesn't feel that much better. And with the rumored pricing floating around, that's, I think, the sticking point. For me, the other thing that really bothered me, and I don't know if you touched on this, is the fact that, once again, unlike Hot Toys had the opportunity with their reissue, InArt had the opportunity with their 2-pack, a smiling head sculpt, to me, is not a laughing head sculpt. I want the laughing head sculpt. The last time we saw a laughing sculpt was with the DX11, which in a good way still preserves that figure's value up to a certain extent. But it seems like a missed opportunity to not have an actual, authentic, laughing Joker sculpt with this option. The cheeky smile I do like, but come on. It's the Joker. He's laughing all the time. That's the shtick. So it seems like a missed opportunity for sure.
I don't know. I just feel like it, agree to disagree, but I think the InArt Joker was such a big jump you know, in terms of like innovation, right? Like, I mean, not innovation, but quality. I feel like feels like a much smaller jump, right? Like, I don't think that they're really. I don't know. Maybe that's a hot take, but I don't like it.
No, well, because you know it was before that. There was no rooted Jokers on the market.
Not unless you want like real high end custom. Like,
yeah, it's like, hey, we're gonna give you a very high end product, and you're gonna have to pay a little bit for it. Now, I've said this a few times already. Rooting traditionally is very expensive. Only a few people really know how to do it properly, and it look good, because you could root a hair, you know, relatively easily, but like, are you good at it? Is it gonna look professionally done? Probably. I know I couldn't. You could give me the tools and I could wing it, but it's probably gonna look like shit, you know.
And I will, yeah,
I've done a few rootings that were okay,
difficult.
But
yeah,
you know.
I will say I think that InArt Gandalf, I don't have the other one, so I can't speak on those. But when they say rooting, I don't know if we're talking the same thing, because I think the way that I did rooting, which I believe is the way that InArt has done, or InArt has done theirs, is you basically take like a number of hairs, right? It could be like a tuft of hair, or like even just like, you know, a handful, and you dip them in glue and you basically press them in on the figure. But what J&D is doing, which is what they show in their video, they're actually punching the hair. So they're taking it, and I think they're actually like punching it into the silicone. That's kind of what you would do like for like wigs, where it's kind of like actually embedding it into the material. I don't think that that's how InArt is doing theirs. I could be wrong, but it looks very similar to what I believe rooting to be, at least from the tutorials that I've seen. So there is a slight difference in the process, but I don't know that it's really.
What I was saying before is, InArt was offering that at actually a pretty reasonable price if you consider how much.
Rooting is incredibly charge $300 to $500 easy. Yeah,
per sculpt. So they were actually giving you a high end custom feel for a premium price, but not really as much as you would normally be paying. Yeah. The materials, the tailoring, you know, very nice. I don't know if it's exponentially better than Hot Toys, but pretty good. Hot Toys did give you actual materials shoes, which I still think is a huge missed opportunity on the InArt. But going from the Hot Toys to InArt is a clear jump in quality. Going from InArt to this, I don't really see what they're adding other than silicone that's gonna fucking flake. And I said on Ben Show earlier, we've seen figures flake within weeks of coming out.
Yeah, with Hot Toys. One thing I would also add, just as an addendum to Tuesday, I don't know. So the reason why we're talking about this today is because we have the award show on Tuesday, and some said they might not want to talk about it on Wednesday. So it could be like 2 weeks from now that we talk about this, if at all, on CW. But the Hot Toys Artisan Joker, we kind of talked about it. I think, Ben, you did a video on it as well. It kind of looked a bit weird on Tuesday. I believe there were some photos that I'm trying to find them, but I'm having difficulty. But they were re-shown. What day did I leave? Thursday. Some people had posted new photos where they had futzed it correctly, and it did look much better, admittedly. So take that with a grain of salt, but at least it looked closer to the prototype and less, you know, like this. It looked much better. So I don't know.
Now this photo has sculpted hair. Is that a different thing?
Correct. Yeah, sorry, I'm just switching tabs, trying to get back to where I need to be.
Yeah, this is it's very, I mean, I was disappointed when it was going to be the Joker, but I'm really disappointed now, because it's like, what the fuck are you? There's nothing that's so, like, I don't want to say groundbreaking, because I don't think the InArt was really groundbreaking either. It was just a little bit better quality and rooting hair, but this is like very lackluster.
Mm-hmm.
Like some hands, what, 6 hands?
6 hands is kind of a slap in the face to me, honestly.
Yeah, 6 hands, and then seamless, which doesn't go with this outfit unless you take everything off. Right?
Mm-hmm.
You get this one doesn't even come with the fucking chair, so you can't even sit him down for that pose anyway.
Yeah.
And you're asking $800 for it. It's
a
minimum $800 minimum, not including shipping.
A lot of cheddar. It's a lot of cheddar, my friend.
It's pretty shitty.
I mean, I don't want to it's hard because you mentioned the controlling the message earlier, Zach, and I think this is J&D putting their photos out. This isn't like this got spoiled by somebody and they haven't had a chance to show us what they're going to show us yet.
For sure.
This reminds me of the in-art photos, but less detailed and less close up when they first showed their what was coming in their pack, right? But at least what came in their pack was so vastly different than anything we'd ever seen before with the jail cell and all that it was like, oh wow, that's really exciting to see. With this being less than what we've seen in the past and not having a chance to dial in and see how good the likeness could be or is, it is kind of almost like a wind out of the sails feeling. At the moment, it's a nothing burger news because we might get better photos tomorrow and be happier. We looked at that Wolverine earlier in the week, and there was at one point where I thought it looked like he was wearing black lipstick and had a weird blue thong thing. And then once the actual photos came out, it was like, well, I bought it. So it was obviously good enough to get me to tip over. It could happen with this still too. But
for sure,
I can understand why it feels a little as I said, blah.
So it looks like the Type C, which is the most expensive version, in theory will go live 12 p.m. KST. And then the A and B, which are the first and second cheaper ones, the next day at 12 p.m. And so we do have about 5 days to simmer on these photos. Yeah, I just don't know. Because even the in-art, for the cheapest option, let me just confirm that before I say that. But I want to say for the cheapest 2-pack, you had more pre-posed, because again, this would be the cheaper option. You're only getting 2 hands that are pre-posed, and with the in-art Joker, this is sculpted, but the same thing. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these forearms, right? That are again pre-posed, but you get 5 of them versus 2 with the J&D. And it's weird because you have to imagine J&D saw what Hot Toys released. They saw what in-art released, and they're like, yeah, no, we don't need that shotgun the Hot Toys put in their pack. We don't need this. We don't need that. We're just gonna do this. Now, Ben, you have the Joker. And I think that one of the worst complaints got both. One of the worst complaints that I've seen of the in-art is people have a lot of trouble with these grenades, right? They get tangled up. It's a fucking mess. Now credit where credit's due. I kind of like that J&D made this panel removable on its own so that the grenades kind of stay put. I've seen people legit have to cut the grenades off and just get new purple string and kind of customize it themselves because of how frustrating it is. So I do like that. I also do like the detonator. I feel like that's something that we hadn't seen from the other companies. So I mean, there is stuff to like here, right? They do have the magnetic eye thing. Yeah. I wonder if the Glock is going to be licensed and the Smith & Wesson. I know from what I've seen, the NR does have the Glock branding on their Glock. I don't know about the Smith & Wesson on the machine gun, but I thought that was a nice touch. I don't know if it's officially licensed, but to put it on there, I thought it was pretty neat. Because I know Hot Toys, all their stuff is, it's either unbranded or it's Hot Toys branding. It's kind of the fake close enough. So, yeah.
Okay, and maybe this is a rookie question, but what the hell is that cylinder thing there? I couldn't quite put
This
That's
thing?
the magnet.
Yeah.
It's the magnet for the
Oh,
eyes.
that's the magnet. I was like, there's no
Yeah.
way that's the rocket without the rocket launcher, right?
I thought that at first, and then I had to go back and watch their video.
Oh, okay.
Riley says 800 for the single set. I think this is where U.S. collectors draw a line on paying high for quality. But again, this is center of the Korean market anyways. Yeah, and that 800 might be higher because I think, Dean, you said this. The Superman, I think, was as low as like 325 for them, right, when we did the conversion on the in our website. But for us, it's, much more expensive to get that. So
Yeah.
that might be 800 over there, and then by the time it gets here, they're $200-300 plus whatever the retailers are gonna charge to ship it. Like, it could be quite expensive. And like, I know we're not here to talk Wolverine, but I feel like Hot Toys making some real smart moves when everyone's going really high on the price. They're introducing like these entry level figures at a very reasonable price point. So they're not apples to apples, but that's fucking smart.
So reasonable that it's still reasonable after all the
After
fucking
the markup.
imports. Yeah.
And
crazy.
I've seen people buying 2 or 3 of these fucking Wolverines because
Yeah.
it's like, you might, like, if you want to pose all the options, add a custom head sculpt, whatever, you could buy fucking 3 of those and you're still less than 1 in art. Right? It's fucking wild. I think that is such a fucking, Danny Lee always says zig when everyone zags or zag when everyone zigs. Fucking zag the shit out of that. They fucking fit that 90 degrees. Eddie said he's still going to consider it. And I think so, right? Like, if this was a J&D Gandalf for $800, like, yeah, I'd pique my interest, right?
Yeah.
But boy, that's a lot of money. That is a lot of money. I don't want to.
Yeah, it's all relative. If this is somebody I loved, I'd be like, well, I don't know.
This was the
maybe.
J&D Cloud Strife from
Right.
Kingdom Hearts. Team would be all over it.
Okay, why do you go
Final
always do
Fantasy
that?
7. Because you
What
love
the
it.
fuck is wrong with you?
You love it so much.
Yeah, I don't do that shit to you. I don't make fun of Gandalf.
That's. I think that actually might be true. You don't. You're
Yeah,
pretty good about that.
Gandalf the Grey, indeed. That's about
Yeah,
the
you
most I've
fucking
ever.
guy. Okay, well, I'm on a
I'm just-
vacation trying to buy Deep Sonic figures. She's
just
like, stop
giving you
bothering me.
shit.
I'm like, okay.
Wow. Okay.
I'm like, wow,
That's
okay, I'm
not-
thinking about you here.
That's not how that happened.
Even though they were cool, they were like little pre-posed mini statues, and you're like, nope, don't need them. It's like, okay, I'll go fuck myself.
I don't need them. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to lug shit around for me halfway across the
I was
country.
willing to. I was willing to put it on a check bag for you. Anyways, we have anything else we want to say? I feel like we touched them all tonight.
Touched them all. Love you guys.
Yeah, you asked us to join. I was like, bro, I'm not gonna fucking get my fat ass off the couch and turn on my computer for this shit. And I was like, oh look, he's on YouTube, and I clicked on it. You're by yourself. I was like, I can't do it. That's my boy. I gotta.
That's exactly how I
rally
felt,
like
honestly.
Bane, dude.
I appreciate it. I mean, I was fine to do it on my own, like, but it's nicer to have people to rat and tat off of. But
Yeah,
Ben launched his channel memberships. My boy's growing up. I love to see it. Dean,
He's got some new ones as of a couple hours ago.
Some Star Trek. Star Trek.
Well, I
ones.
was telling Ben, I was like, dude, like, if you can get more, like, it would be cool to space them out, a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
And I landed, and he had like a whole fucking smorgasbord of stuff. I was like, dude, this is dope. This is fucking
Yeah, man.
awesome.
Yeah. Thanks to Dean for doing that for sure.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Helping me out with that.
Dude, you should do one like the Iron Giant, but the Iron Nut. It's just a fucking metallic
There's
robot.
so many good. There's so
There's
many.
so
that
many-
You can do.
so
We have a
many-
lot of
so
good
many
ideas.
nuts.
Dude, I told Ben, I was like, you need like a moon nut, bro, like Moon Knight, but he's got
Yeah.
like fucking cashews instead of the moon knights.
That's funny. That's funny.
Let's
Yeah.
see, what else could we do? What else could we do? We
I'm
gotta
just
think.
pulling that up here for you so you can see it.
We're gonna do like a super.
Oh yeah, pull up
nut.
your thing.
Mm-hmm.
Super,
is
yeah,
it gonna
super
be-
nut. That's what I told them before I
Is it
took off.
gonna be Superman or Goku? And
Oh,
then
Goku would be
Mega Nut
cool.
with
Goku
Mega
would
Like
Man.
Mega Man?
Yeah, with the little gun arm and stuff.
Check.
No, it's a nut. It shoots nut though instead of fucking like the
Ew.
little blue beams. It's like a blue nut. What's a circular nut? Like a fucking macro? No. What's it? The macadamia.
Yeah, there you go. It's up there, Zach. If you can see it.
Look at that. Look at these fucking things.
So funny.
You should
I gotta redo the Batman one.
Yeah, you want to redo the Batman one? Make it more Dark Knight like.
You should put all of them together as a sticker. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
like a sticker sheet?
like a group. No,
Oh,
well, that
like-
would be cool too. But I'm talking like, like layer them so that they're like all standing together. It'd be so funny.
Definitely.
That would be cool.
Yeah. I really like.
Even the
I really
nuts have a nutsack.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
definitely shaped like a nutsack on purpose.
Yeah.
I don't think it was lost on Dean.
I really liked the Spock one that looks like he's wearing like costume ears, like they're even skin colored.
I didn't even notice that.
We were trying to figure it out because I was like, obviously he wouldn't have ears. He's a nut. So I was like, I think it'd be
He has
funnier if he
eyes.
just had. Well, yeah. I think it'd be funnier if he had like stick-on ears.
Yeah. Yeah. So now I need at least I need one from 6 to 12 months and then beyond.
Yeah.
So I'll just keep adding them every once in a while in the Let's Get Nuts show well put up a new nut badge.
I was looking at ours and I was
members,
like, damn, they're so lame compared to these. These are cool. We need to make our own.
the up and comer.
Oh yeah, the up and comer. That's so funny.
Yeah.
Oh, what else could we do?
Oh, you know what you could do? Although it'd be very specific to D&D.
Those all.
Yeah, it's like fresh nut would be Zothis. Up and comer would be Marius.
Oh well, I wouldn't do it like a nut.
Yeah.
Well,
So 14 Wellington Dean is saying here, I love that Dean gave Spock Nut an extra finger on the left hand. Now, so we debated that a little bit because with the 4 fingers like he had, it didn't look right. Like he looked like he was giving what did you say? The two
shocker.
in the pink, the shocker. Yeah. And so it didn't look right. And I was like, nobody will notice if we just give him an extra finger. Screw it. Like nobody will notice. I've never even
noticed.
counted the fingers. Everybody's noticing.
Yeah.
So it's like,
See ours here. Look, let me see ours. We have the new member. I don't even know how you can see these all big, but so we have up to 36 months is the episode 300 sticker, but they're just kind of like this, and then the emojis. We just have this. I feel like I want to redo all these. Like I feel like they could be cooler.
Do we have a
I don't
certified crispy on there? How do we not have certified crispy?
I think we did, but then we changed it because I think we wanted to put like
So many bees.
hate to see it or something.
Yeah.
It was also hard to read because it's like very small
you're
cursive
not
text. Yeah, it didn't look that good. Even like this, we got to figure it out, Dean. This is what we're gonna work on between now and the
it's
new
giving
year,
you some
I think.
inspiration.
Yeah, I'm inspired. Oh,
I'd love to see.
Yeah, I got to figure this out. I don't know.
Let me know if
workshopped Spock for like an hour.
Yeah.
it was fun.
after the show.
That was fun. Yeah. Anybody in the chat, if you guys have any nut characters you'd like to see,
Gosh, I got to think of something.
let us know and we can chat about it.
I
I was thinking even actually earlier, Dean, a Link, like for me, like I'm a huge Zelda nerd, right? Like I love Zelda, so like a Link nut.
That'd
Totally
be
see
cool.
that.
With the little hat.
Yeah.
You could do
What would it be
ears and-
called?
Sword and
though?
the shield, the Master Sword and the shield.
What would it be called though? That's the thing.
See that one? I could do the tunic, and you still see the little nuts.
What would it be called? Because he's like the hero of legend, right? The nut of
The
legend.
hero
bro.
of time.
Well, yeah.
Time nut.
The time nut.
What is his nickname?
The Justin Time nut.
Instead of the Wind Waker, the Nut Waker. The Ocarina of Nut.
The nut arena of time.
The Nut Arena of Time.
The Minish Cap, the Nut Cap, bro. The 4 nuts.
The Zell nut.
Zelda, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Oh, that's funny. I like that.
So many different characters you can do.
Nutman, bro. Look at this. Tavi collects. Great to catch you guys live for once. Thanks, bud.
For sure, buddy.
Oh my god, Terminator. Come with me if you want to nut, bro.
You spelled cum wrong.
Come with me if you want to nut.
Oh, dude, I could actually do that serious face that I had drawn
The
earlier.
T900, bro.
Yeah. The more angry nut. Yeah.
Damn. I
So
wanna
many you
think
can
of
do.
some Cool thing. What should we do for ours, man? What do we
It's so funny that all came from me just like mixing up my sayings on a live stream. However many.
Well, it's
months
funny
ago
because we have that
was.
moment. We have that moment. I actually thought about this the other day. We have that moment. I think on the Small Talk Instagram, well, the old clips Instagram. But that moment changed your life, bro.
It did.
It really did. a tough
I've
nut to
never talked about
swallow.
nuts
We're like,
my
what did
entire
he
life
say?
this much. What is
I know. Everyone was just talking nuts to you at OxCon. I was like, my goodness, like
Yeah.
the Godfather, like the nut.
They literally took
the
me
nut
to the
father.
Buc-ee's place just so I could see the selection of nuts that were available at Buc-ee's. There was a lot of good ones, honestly. Some of those
Yeah.
candied ones, crazy.
Crazy good.
Yeah.
Crazy good.
Yeah, watching Dean actually draw the nuts, hilarious process. I watched Spock's
Yeah.
facial like expression change several times. It was fun, super fun. You should do that as just like a stream, Dean, where you just have like Zen music, and you just draw the most random stuff. People can just tune in and just chill, draw time with Dean.
We have a show for that, but no one watched it, so we just stopped doing
Really?
it.
Yeah. What the fuck was
It's called
it
Let's
called?
Draw.
Yeah, Let's Draw.
It's like I did a video of my Minecraft world, and like 54 people in the entire internet watched it, and I was disappointed because I was like, "Ooh, I wanted to show my fucking Minecraft world."
That's the thing that sucks. I feel like there's passion projects that I would like to do, like Flight Sim. Like I had so much fun. I learned so much to like be able to do it and do it well. And it was like 7 views. Like, okay, I spent like 60 hours trying to do this. This is too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, bedtime for this guy.
Yeah. Love you guys. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Let us know what you think about the J&D Studios Joker reveal. If you're gonna get it, if you're not gonna get it, if you hate it, if you love it, how many dogs you should have, if your dogs are hungry, if your nuts are hungry, anything. Let us know.
I can't believe it's fucking 2:30 in the morning and 33 people are watching.
That's the shocking
33
part.
people are here?
You were like, you're gonna do Joker
Yeah.
at 1:30 in the morning, and I was like, yeah, of course. Why
On
not?
a Sunday, people work in the morning.
I know.
You sluts need to get to sleep. Tavi collects.
Well, some of these
says,
people are on the other side of the world, so some of them
I'd
are
watch it
getting
all.
up.
Came for Hot Toys, stayed for personalities and vibe. What a fucking guy.
What a
Tavi's-
fucking beautiful person, Tommy.
What a guy. Tavi, where are you,
Hi,
Tavi, in the world? Tell me where you're at,
That's
Tavi.
the nicest thing anyone said.
I know, right? People usually tell me I'm fucking fat and
Yeah, people.
have no neck,
Oh my god.
and falsely accuse me of
Dude,
No,
someone-
no.
someone
falsely
called
accuse me
us-
of things.
Who-
Tavi,
who-
send me an email. Here, I'm gonna send you this right here.
We were
UK
on-
is what, 5 hours
actually,
ahead? So it's probably getting
Tavi, send me an email to here with your address, and I'll send you some swag.
Whose stream was I on the other day? I think I joined Small Talk or something, and somebody was like, "Oh look, what is this? A bunch of dildos hosting a podcast?"
Wait, hang on. Before we come off, give me 1 second.
Nobody reacted to it, thank God, because I was like, "What an asshole." Dildos?
Oh.
That's such a weird, specific insult too. You guys look like a bunch of dildos.
It's a very weird,
Thanks.
specific insult. That's funny.
Because I get puss.
Look at this, Tavi.
Calling it puss is so funny.
Wait, what?
Nothing.
Tavi, send me your address, bro. I'm gonna send you one of these. These just haven't even been released yet.
Oh, that looks
how
so fucking crispy.
Episode
dude.
300, bro.
Dude, the fact that the 300 is shiny and the collecting weekly part isn't is fucking so clean.
And one of these, Tavi. The fucking wizard, bro.
You mean the Wizard?
The Wizard of Oz, baby. So, Tavi, send me your address, bro. Anyways.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's all she
go, let us know what you think. Go be a member of Ben's YouTube channel and
Become a nut.
become
Get in
a...
now, Will.
Yeah. Do ours
in while you
too.
can.
Yeah, do that too. Anyways.
Yeah,
I did
let's-
Ben's earlier.
I know.
Love you guys.
You guys are awesome.
Catch you on
Otherwise-
the next...
See you on
whatever
Tuesday.
this is. Wait, hang on. Wait, I'm gonna try to do one thing because that would make me laugh. I just want to do one thing real quick. God, I should have this queued up, shouldn't I?
What's happening?
I just want to remind everyone before you forget.
God